Hey Paul, what's that plant?
Well, that plant is a century plant, variegated. Also known by as Agave americana maritata, I think, or something like that, but variegated century plant. So it takes a few decades to actually mature. It doesn't take a century. And so once it actually matures and it shoots a big giant 20 or 30 foot stick and full of the seeds, and then this plant will die. The cool thing about it is that they run like over $100 for this size. This one's like 2 or 3 years old, but they do have a lot of suckers. So as you can see, this one plant invested, we have, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 little suckers that just are popping up from the roots all over. I've already moved some and given them away. So this plant is kind of a nice plant because it does well on a hill. You don't really have to water it in Southern California at all. It's tolerant to like 15 or 20 degrees, and you know, it has all these suckers and pups, so you could just, you know, fill up a whole hillside with one plant. They are sharp, so you do have to be careful. They do have nice big thorns. They come in all sorts of colors. There's lots of variations. I prefer this nice variegated look, but there's also greenish or grayish ones as well. You can definitely a good place if you just wanted to keep people away from an area, maybe, or you can make a nice natural wall with them. Like I said, super drought tolerant. I think we have one dripper on here, and you honestly don't need to water them ever. So definitely a cool, more succulent, or cactus, I guess you could say. And it will grow 6 to 8 feet tall, and no, 4 to 6 feet tall and 6 to 8 feet wide. So these things get really big. You can probably see them anywhere at Balboa Park. I've seen some really nice big samples. But it's a great, beautiful little plant, really maintenance free, and like I said, the best thing about it is that it just has all these little suckers, and you know, we've gotten like 12 plants for the price of one, so it's a good deal. Alright, so we actually have nearby a different century plant. I don't really know what type it is. It's got a smooth leaves with no spikes. But it blossomed a month ago or so. So I'd like to show you how big the bloom staff is, or stick, or whatever you call it. So let's go check it out. All right, so this is definitely a century plant as well. I don't know what type. When I moved in, we had 3 of them, and they bloomed. And actually the seeds, which I'll show you in a minute, I dispersed throughout the yard, and they grew, totally matured in like 3 or 4 years, and seeded again. So in other words, this plant right here is about 3 years old, and it comes from one of the seeds I'm about to show you. So this big bloom will bloom up, grows in, I don't know, a week or 2, maybe 3 weeks tops. And I've shaken this already and got some babies, but watch how easy it is to get some little plants, century plants from like this stock. So check it out, here we go. So as you can see, these plants are great because you can literally just put that in the soil and you'll have another century plant in a year or 2. I mean, if you give them water, this type at least will grow super fast. So as you can see, it's a really easy way to get lots of free plants, and it's as easy as that. So there is century plant. Bam! Not peace. Another century plant.